Aston Villa versus Manchester United. Just like United's deadline day, this game was chaos. At least we have a pattern here with a 2-4 shape, although most of the time it's a 2-3 with Zellum as the sole CDM and Ladd having pushed a little bit higher on this right hand side, up against a 4-4-2 by Villa, where they try to prioritise making it difficult to play it into Zellum. And so United were often forced into playing it down the wings, through the fullback into the wide midfielder, or straight over the press with forwards running in behind. As on this occasion, Solar was clean in claiming these, and so there's a lot of back and forth like this. This is with Villa playing short initially in a 2-4 or 2-3, with Staniforth as the sitting centre midfielder. But ultimately, Villa are looking to try and play it either into those wings on the ground, so through the fullbacks just as United did, or they're playing it long, looking for Daly. Fortunately for United, JC, with her Barcelona work ethic, defending from the front, winning the ball back, allowing United to get their own transitions, especially early in the game, first 20 minutes or so, allow United to be able to break like this, get Tune in possession and have her trying to thread passes for runners. Unfortunately, she isn't able to link up, and instead Van Solar is able to claim this pass as well, which was basically the pattern of the game. So as mentioned, we had Villa here building up from deep. They played it into the wide area where Daly has dropped very deep, and then she'll have the forwards such as Hansen running in behind. Fortunately for United here, they don't play it into Hansen's feet because she outpaced and out-dribbled Blundell on every occasion she had, but by playing it long, added an element of chance in favour of United. And so United do exactly the same as the last play. You get them setting up in that 2-3 or 2-4 shape. Eventually the ball's played into a fullback, and then we have a launched ball in the left-hand side channel, on this occasion for 2, which is easily swept up by the Villa defence. Having a look here at the 76th minute, I just thought it was a good example of how United kind of played into the fact that Villa want to have somewhat of a transitional game. Here where United have chosen to press despite not really being set up for it. Here we've got Garcia trying to help press more centrally with Williams, but she's your far-sided wide midfielder. We've got Toon looking to push out off Parker here to try and somewhat salvage this press, but unfortunately that then just leaves space for Parker, who's quicker, more dynamic than Zellum, who's meant to be covering an absolute acre of space in behind the rest of her midfield. Unfortunately, she's not able to get a foot in and stop this attack, and so Villa are able to transition down that right-hand side channel and then score an absolute banger by Daly. Moving on to the 19th minute, we've got JC playing as a right winger. Basically, she realised she had the beating of the left back, Turner, and took every opportunity to position at right wing and beat her, and then drive at the near post, hoping that other players would run not just towards the near post into the 6-yard box, but also towards the penalty spot, so she had an opportunity to cut back, somewhat of a pattern from Barcelona. Unfortunately, her teammates weren't quite up to that, and so even when United got into these quite dangerous positions, Villa just swept it up, defended it. Fortunately for United, with their 3-1 or 3-2 shape, having the near-sided fullback, on this occasion Blundell, high up the pitch to help with counter-pressing, allowed her to be able to easily get back in possession and rotate the ball back to first Ladd, but then the rest of the defensive unit. Here we've got Zellum sitting ahead of the defence with a back 3 of the far side fullback and the 2 centre back. And then from there, United try and play it in that left-hand side channel with the 2 left-hand side players trying to link up with Toon and get in behind on this left-hand side to then see whip in across. Moving all the way to the 84th minute, at this point, Villa have a red card, and so they set up in a 4-4-1 out of possession, a 4-2-3 in possession. They're playing these longer goal kicks against United, still pressing in this 4-1-4-1 shape, not being particularly aggressive. Fortunately, with Villa playing these long balls and United's numerical advantage, Villa weren't able to really progress this way, despite having Zellum being partnered by Miyazawa as the other centre midfielder at this point. So on this occasion, United are able to get in possession, and then they continue to do what they did earlier in the game. So we've got that 2-3 shape deep with Zellum as the CDM, Miyazawa pushing higher up on this right-hand side as Ladd did, and United trying to play around Aston Villa's defensive block. And as they get the ball into those wider spaces, instead of looking to play the ball on the ground through the block, utilising the fact that they have an extra player, unfortunately we still have these long balls in the channels that make it essentially a 50-50 or a 60-40 to the defender. On this occasion, Garcia is actually able to get on the ball in behind. She's able to drive at the near post, but again, United didn't really create that many great chances from these kind of occasions, with Van Solar just gobbling up this one as well. So with that, I'd love to know what you think. Do you think I'm being too harsh? Anyway, with that, if you've enjoyed the video, consider sharing it on social media, subscribing, giving the video a like. It goes a really long way. And with that, we're out.